Okay, so this is my review of the 360 closure from Rosa Queen Hair Products. It's a 20-inch free part full 360 closure. I took a section of it and I straightened it with a straightening iron, and this is how it comes naturally. I don't know if you can see that there's like a very brownish tint. It might look a little purple on camera because I have purple curtains, but it comes off very light brown, not light brown, but like a number 2 instead of a natural color, which my hair naturally is a 1B. So I straightened the hair. It straightens nicely, as you can see. It's still full of body. I didn't use any heat protector or anything, but this is the natural texture that it comes in, and then here it is straightened. I also tried to put a little curl in just to see how it curls, and it curls. How long will the curls last? I don't know. And excuse me, please don't mind my weird speaking right now. I just got a tooth pulled. And so I'm home for the day. So I figured I was going to make a wig or try to sew this on today while I'm home. But what I did not like about the closure so far is this weird front of it. It's very boxy in the front, and then it has these deep temple areas on both sides, and I guess that's not really what I was expecting because my forehead is not this narrow, so it's kind of weird for me. Then I'm trying to move this on this base. I'll just move the whole table. So the center is like this, and it has it. Well, the center is like this, and it comes with these adjustable straps to tighten it. But like everyone else is saying, when you put your hair up, it does not exactly fit the nape of my head or the nape of my neck. So what I am going to attempt to do, which I haven't seen anyone else do, is I'm going to find a spot either on the sides where it is sewn, like here, and I'm probably just going to cut it and re-sew it so that the sides are a little bit tighter. Because the purpose of me buying this is so that I could put the hair up. But if I put it up and it looks like this, where it's just baggy, it defeats the purpose. So I'm gonna try to figure out how to get it to where it is tight at my nape. Sorry for the horrible filming. I'm also going to, let's see, I'm going to bleach the knots. If you look closely, camera, work with me today. I never liked the net on these because I started buying lace fronts and lace frontals a long time ago when it first became popular several years ago. I started buying them, and I've noticed that the quality of the lace has really just gone to crap. And the pre-plucking of this, I wouldn't consider it a good job, I guess, because it's just thin right here. Probably about half of the tip of my finger back, and it doesn't naturally go into a deeper or a fuller look. It just goes from thin to thick. So we will work through this. as best as possible. This is what I was talking about. It's like really thin here, and then it's just like shoop, thick. So I'm gonna try. This is my first 360 first 360 lace frontal. I'm gonna see what I can do with it, see how I feel about it. I'm gonna go in and try to customize it a lot more. I'm probably gonna kind of cut back this part or something. Oh, and these are the baby hairs. Pretty much the whole thin part is baby hairs. But they're kind of long baby hairs. So, yeah, we'll be back. This is the hair that I got from Queen Berry Virgin Hair Company in an 18 and 220s. It was pretty cheap. I ordered it on the 2nd of November and I got it by the 7th of November, and here it is the 11th of November, and I'm finally going to do this wig. It did not come as kinky coarse as the closure that I bought. I really wanted something this texture. This is what I got from Rosa Queen hair product, but this is more of a straight hair with some crimps in it. So I was a little disappointed. Based on the pictures online, it looked like it was a lot more coarse. This is very, very soft, but I wanted a coarse 4C-ish type of hair. But it's gonna have to work because I'm not about to order more hair to see if I could get the texture right to match this. So what I've realized is every time I've bought kinky straight hair, the closure will come out very, very kinky, and the hair itself will come out somewhat straight, even though I'm buying from the same vendor. These are from different vendors. So this is Rosa Queen. This is Queen Berry Virgin Hair Company. So it came out, this came darker than the 360 closure that I bought from Rosa Queen hair products. So I won't have to dye this one, but I will be dyeing the 360 lace closure. I'm only expecting to use 1.5, maybe 2 of these bundles. So I'm probably going to just use the 220s and leave the 18 and see how I feel. But yeah, this was sent by USPS, so it came pretty quickly. I did remove the rubber band, and it did snag and pull out some hair, so I'm hoping that I won't have a problem with shedding. But we'll see. We'll see how this goes. Okay, so I've done once. Well, actually, I've bleached my knots. I haven't plucked yet. But now I'm adjusting the size of my cap. So I have my sewing machine here, and I basically cut off both ends of the back part, trimmed it down. So like I cut all of this off. You can see that the hair is like really short. And then I just bring it in, sew it down, and then cut the excess off. So right now I've already cut off the excess off of here, and then just so that the elastic stays sewn to the lace, I cut the end and sewed it down so that when I pull this little tab here, it'll stay in place. And then I'm going to flip it over, and then I'm going to flip it over and then sew it to this end. And then I'll show you the adjusted look. All right, so this is the adjusted cap where I cut off the sides. I need to pull this down a little bit. You'll be able to see some of the thread because I didn't feel like rethreading my sewing machine, so it was like white thread and white and clear thread. But I'm gonna cover that. But now the nape, I don't know if you can see if I'm holding the camera correctly. The nape, once I cut the excess lace from around my ears, the nape fits a lot tighter, and then I'll still use the straps to put everything on. So now I have to go in and do the like pull the I can't think of the word right now, but just pre-pluck the lace, or pluck the lace. It's already been pre-plucked, and I dyed I bleached the knots, and then I also dyed the hair black, like dark, like a 1B, as opposed to like the color 2 that it was before. You can still see a little bit of the lighter color. I'm not the best with bleaching knots and stuff. Yeah, be back. Okay, so I'm all done customizing. I still have to glue. Well, I'm gonna be using the Got to Be Glued that everybody else is doing, but everything is done. So you can see like the sides are not put down, but I did tint the lace, and I used it with this, which was the dye that I used. I just mixed it with water and then dropped it in, dropped just the lace part flipped out into that little bowl, and left it for about 10 minutes. And so it dyed the lace closer to my skin complexion, because the previous color was pretty much like this color. This is another lace frontal that I'm gonna do later. So if you can see this compared to this, does not match my skin complexion. So this is the hair. This is 20-inch. This is a 20-inch 360 frontal that I customized. I cut and re-sewed. And then here is the back. Sorry for the horrible video, but this is it up. And like I said, I still have to do the edges to lay it down flatter. Sorry, I'm trying to use my hand to to record. I'm recording on my phone. Yeah, I haven't done any like baby hair or anything, but this is the edge of the lace. It had this weird thing to it, but as you can see, this was a free part lace, well, 360 lace closure, and once it's parted, this is how it looks. I haven't had to put any foundation or anything into it. And like I said, it hasn't been glued down, so that's it. Face with no makeup, but y'all get the point. All right, guys, so this is the end product of the 360 wig that I made using Queenberry Virgin Hair Company's Peruvian Kinky straight hair. So this is it. The hair came in 18, 20, and 20. I used about a pack and a half of the 20-inch. And then I had used the 360 Kinky Straight cap or whatever from Rosa Queen here in a 20. What I can say is the 20 is longer than anticipated, and it also came very, very coarse. Now the extensions or the bundles originally did not come like Kinky Straight. It looked more like straight with crinkles, straight hair with crinkles. Whereas the 360 closure came very coarse, but the hair is soft, as you can see. What else? In the previous video, you'll see that I cut the cap so that it fit my hair, my head size a little bit better. And that was, I mean, it was trial and error, and I figured it out. I used a sewing machine to sew it back together. But what I can say about the cap that I don't like is, if you can see all these short pieces in here, is very unattractive. The hair just, it's a lot of them, and I don't understand why. Also, the I did not glue this down. I just kind of put it on tightly when I cut it. And I dyed or tinted the lace using leftover dye from when I dyed the hair. Oh, by the way, the hair came in like a brown, whereas the bundles came black. So I did not dye the bundles, but I did have to dye this because it was a completely different color, and you can still see a little bit of the brown color. But as of right now, the hair is soft. I just don't like these little flyaways. And it came pre-plucked, and I did not do anything with the baby hairs yet, which I still plan to do to cover the lace. But yeah, this is the end result. This is where a 20-inch comes on me. The 20-inch for the bundles were not as long as the cap, and so I ended up having to cut some of the hair from the back, and then I cut little pieces in the front for my bangs. All in all, I do like it. I will be using this for like my vacation that I'm going on. We'll see how it holds up. I plan on wearing it a few days straight to see if it starts to like shed. I will say that it does shed. Both the bundles and the closure sheds. I've gotten quite a bit of shedding, especially from the closure. But to see if it tangles. So far it hasn't really tangled any, but I've gotten a couple of snags in the back, but it's not anything that's too bad. So, end result, I'll give you a update once I wear it for a little bit longer. Good night.